we have Mr. Frank Jokes, and Frank is gonna tell us a little about the unique area you're in. Now, okay, as Daddy Base, so Frank's microphone now, I'm hearing that we're talking about some cannons. Now, cannons, this doesn't look like an area that usually has some cannons. Morning, Frank, how are you doing?
Morning, morning, sir. Morning. I'm good.
All right, now tell us about the area we're in right now.
This location is the location of what used to be Fort Six Mains. A lot of people don't know or weren't aware that there was a fort at Six Mains. We know that along the west coast of Barbados was well fortified, and these forts existed back in the mid 17th and 18th century. Forts built by the British colonizers at the time to protect the island from especially the invading Cromwell forces who would have been fighting against the royalists in Britain at the time. And Barbadian, the British colonizers in Barbados were more in favor of the royalists. So they had these forts to fortify the island from the invasion of the Cromwell forces. And we are all familiar with the ones around Spikestone, like Fort Orange, which was the Grand Fort, which had 25 cannons. But this fort is an auxiliary to Fort Orange, Fort Six Mains. And they had 9 cannons, but there are 8 still remaining there right now.
Wow.
They had 9 cannons at this fort.
All right, so what's the plan then? Because again, as I was saying a little earlier, we have these things, but it doesn't seem as if we are really getting the word out there that that these things are here to see.
Well, as I said, I was born at Six Mains. I was born on Six Mains Beach and grew up here all my life. I left Six Mains as an adult. But and when we were growing up, we knew of this because as youngsters playing in the areas, we knew of the cannons and so on. But I never knew the historical significance of it until I became older and I started to do my own research and so on and so on. Because this is not something that we were taught at school. When we were going to school, history was about Columbus and the British and so on.
His story,
right.
Not our story.
Right. We never knew this. This is our own history right here, right? Where we grew up and see these things, but not realizing the significance of them.
Now, for those that may be listening and they're wondering, well, where can I find these 8 cannons? How can I get to them? Is there an easily accessible route to them, or?
Well, the accessible route would be to come up to the Six Mains village, which is the commissar. When you get into Six Mains, you make the return at the small roundabout, and you enter the Six Mains village, and you come straight up to the top. And as you get to the top, you make the left by the Carrot Road. And then there's a trail, there's a walking trail. You can't drive up to it, there's a walking trail through the hill where you can go and get and see the cannons. I know that sometime, I think it was in 1940 or something like that, there was an attempt to do some refurbishing or something in the cannons because they have the stand that is built that these cannons is actually seated in. Actually, it's dated. I think it's 1947 or something like that. But if you go with the cannons, you'll see it. But there's a marking there.
Well, for sure, for those that are listening and you want to get a glimpse of it, we have a sniper with us, and he is actually going to post everything to our social media pages, so you can follow us on VOB 929 FM on Instagram and Facebook and get a glimpse of these here. Now, we don't want to lose our history. We don't want to lose our heritage. Are there plans being made, or is there something already in motion to ensure that this is secured, that we don't lose this?
Well, I know there is an overall plan in terms of cannons in St. Peter to do a project as far as cannons is concerned. Because I don't know if you were aware, but the cannons, I spoke earlier about Fort Orange. Fort Orange is where the Esplanade is located right now. And that was the largest fort, and they had 25 cannons. The last remaining of those cannons were taken away some years ago, and there is a call by the residents of St. Peter to restore our cannons. And there's a project going on right now, which you'll hear more about as time goes on, and hopefully it will be completed next year, very early next year, where these cannons will be restored and you have the presence of cannons again at these locations of our forts.
But you can't, because we had the meeting we had the meeting with the defense force already.
Yeah.
We're looking to have a small number because there's no way that they can give us back the number of cannons that were there.
Yeah.
They just want to make sure people understand the history, because the importance of it too is that there's only one battle being fought in Barbados, and that was in Spikestown. They call it Battle Alley, we don't call it battalions. So the significance of having our parish protected.
You know, I'm learning this here now. I know battalions, I didn't know they call it Battle Alley.
Yes.
Wow.
And that battle right there, where the Commonwealth forces tried to enter Spikestown, they were actually they were kept at bay. They were kept at bay, and they actually came in the Holsteins.
Right.
That's where you signed the charter.
Charter.
Right, charter Holsteins. Right.
VOB country, a history lesson. The problem is history lessons. I mean, no disrespect to the other history teachers, but it's good that you actually can get these stories. Now, in just about 30 seconds, just for us, let us know what is so great about St. Peter. Why should everyone gravitate towards St. Peter to get all this information, to get more, to experience more?
One is the heritage capital of Barbados. You just get a small sneak peek of some of our heritage points. And what we did, we brought you to the hidden gems. We call it hidden gems of St. Peter. Everybody go to the known ones, Farley Hills and Innes Abbey. Come see what else we have. But don't just come and destroy. Let us know when you're coming. We can plan a tour. We have a tour guide, Mr. Frank Giles, from the area. So if you want to come, we're going to give you information how to contact us at the end, and we can do that for you. We have no problems in it.
We will share that information on our social media pages. Thank you very much, Cheryl Griffin. Thank you very much to Greg Agar. And of course, just joining us, Mr. Frank Jost. We are handing it back to the studio, but we're on the road, our final road show of the year.